Guys, first we start off with this bad show, but we start off how the performers, wrestlers walked through, and it was Drew McIntyre that walked through. And guys, I'm a little sick today again, but I don't feel as bad as I was the last time I was sick. I still have a little cough, but we got Damian Priest attacking Drew McIntyre. He's putting the beats on him, and then you got security coming through. But then this next segment, we get Tiffany Stratton coming down, basically saying Tiffy time all the time. And then we have Alexa Bliss interrupting her by saying that some stuff with us is in common. And I'm sorry for the background, but she basically says we both casted on Nia Jax, but I was actually a friend. So you better pray, Tiffany, that I don't win Money in the Bank. That's basically what Alexa Bliss said. But then we get Charlotte Flair out here. Her entrance called dun, dun, dun. Okay. But guys, I didn't do K-Wrestling thoughts, but I'm not gonna put my thoughts tonight. I'm gonna do that Saturday, which is today. But Charlotte comes out down here, and I forget what she said. She's humble. That's what she said. And she says she's a 14 champion because she's humble. And then she goes in the ring, basically saying, I'll say that for a thought. I might do it today or Sunday. But that was a thought. But then we get Tiffany Stratton talking, and Tiffany Stratton's basically saying, remember Charlotte when I won the Money in the Bank briefcase? I didn't like Charlotte's hair tonight. But Tiffany was like, when I won the briefcase, you said I took the easy way out. But you're trying to do the same thing, Charlotte. I don't know what's happened to Charlotte Flair's promos. I don't know if they're trying to punish Charlotte, but they can't let Tiffany keep burying her, cooking her like this. And now, never mind, we'll get to that later. As we get into the qualifying match, but I wanted Roxanne to win by Dominic helping her for the Money in the Bank, but I do want Naomi to win. So those are my two picks. But I have a thoughts video about Roxanne and the Dominic thing because it might just not go well. But why do you have your Women's United States Champion getting pinned? It's ridiculous, guys. Can y'all just have a good... Why can't y'all put all the love to every champion? Like, come on. But Zelina gets pinned, and Julia qualifies, and Charlotte. How does Charlotte lose? She didn't get pinned, but... Yeah, this is ridiculous. And I'm basically going to talk about the state of wrestling or my thoughts. But I don't know what's next for Charlotte. I really don't. Maybe Queen of the Ring, but everyone's gonna call her Charlotte Hogan or something. Like, come on. Make her like a mid-card champion or something. Like, I'll talk about her my thoughts. Okay, then we get Zelina Vega coming up. This is basically boring stuff. Chelsea Green basically says, I won't need any help with this girl. So they're basically back there. And then, what happened after? Oh, I think Zelina Vega hit Chelsea in the head or in the face or something. And then, hold on. I have a little quick thought. I'm not gonna put this on the thoughts video, but what if Chelsea becomes the United States champion, but she can be a little dangerous, a little sassier, and Secret Hermes, Piper Niven, and Alba Fire win the tag team championships. That's just a little quick thought. But then Zelina Vega's help punching her, Alba Fire, and Piper Niven punching her, and then we get Misha with the candlestick. I think that's her favorite weapon or something. She hit Alba Fire with it, and then B-Fab comes over and it's a brawl. And then Nick on this, he's basically saying B-Fab and Alba... Hold on. Was it a tag? I don't know, but we'll get to that later. I think it's Chris Sabin versus Tommaso Ciampa, and they're basically going at it. And I didn't really care. I was on my phone during this match, but obviously I'm still gonna make a review on it. But I already saw some clips, and they were just wrestling. We didn't get to the good parts, but they're just beating each other up, diving onto the outside. But then you see Chris Sabin onto the top rope, and then I think he jumped down or something, and then you get who invited Candice? No right. I already dropping the ball on Candice LeRae and Nia Jax, but she grabs his hair, and he takes his knee pad off, and then hits Chris Sabin and beats him, and Tommaso Champion. Is this like a trio faction with who invited Candice and Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano? I think. So it was the tag team match with Beef Habit and Big Chin versus Alba Fire and Piper Niven. But we do have a Santos Escobar I will get to after this. But yeah. Um This match, I don't really remember, but I know it was Chelsea Green trying to come up there, but she got slipped down by Zelina Vega, and they're going back at each other. And I think this show, I don't, it doesn't really matter, but guys, I'm gonna try to keep watching the videos. I'm gonna try to catch up because some people do like this stuff for some reason, and some people want to see my thoughts, but I just didn't watch it, so I'm gonna try to catch up on that. But Santos Escobar and was it Alberto, and they were just sitting down and basically talking. And Los Garzas were sitting down and everything, and they're basically like talking, and Herberto's giving Santos disrespect, but then they're doing something that Worlds Collide, and it's a six-man tag at Worlds Collide. That's basically what's it. Don't really care about it. Jimmy and Ray Phoenix was talking basically back, and they were like, Jimmy was backstage saying, it was me against you, now it's me and you. And Jimmy was talking in um, Spanish, I believe, with Ray Phoenix, and it was kind of cool. But Jimmy and Ray Phoenix are just fighting the dumb JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu. I knew Jimmy was gonna get pinned. Jimmy deserves more, but I knew this was gonna happen, and yes, and I don't know what's next, but then JC Mateo pins Jimmy Uso. But then we get a segment with R-Truth. It's probably the most excited I've been with R-Truth talk. And then R-Truth basically said he doesn't see the guy that was about hustle, loyalty, respect. I was all eyes for this one, but so I know more of what happened on this one. He said, "You're not the guy." I know the text messages been slower. The replies, have been slower. The text messages have been stopped. I forget what he said for the text messages, but he said the phone calls been stopped and everything else. And he said, I don't know if he was annoyed with me or something. And then he's talking about he talked to other people in the back, and yeah, and they felt the same way. So he might can't bring him back, but he says he want John Cena. You want to ruin wrestling, and R-Truth wants to save wrestling. So if he wants to save wrestling, he has to save John Cena. So if that means he has to beat the living hustle, loyalty, respect out of John Cena's then we get LA Knight again Nakamura and Aleister Black, okay? And we have a Miz and Carmelo Hayes segment that I didn't put up on the screen, just like the Santos thing. But they need to put Aleister in the main event division. They can have a lot of people in the main event division, okay, guys? Like how the Fiend and Roman Reigns and other people was in 2020 a little bit. They need to put people to flip flop this title because it has long reigns, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. I feel like John Cena need to lose this title in like late this November. Okay, guys. So I think that's when it gets, or maybe not. Maybe I'll make a thoughts on that, but that might be a different thoughts. Not tonight, I mean not Saturday or Sunday, but yeah, Aleister Black, he should be up there because he's already looking at me like a jobber, okay? He I just have a feeling that he's not gonna be treated right again and he might just have to leave again. And he might not go to AEW, he might go to some other promotion, or he just might quit wrestling and just retire, maybe. But LA Knight wins. I wanted this to happen. But they have been better at these triple threat matches for the Money to Make qualifiers because we don't want to see Alex lose and we don't want to see LA Knight. We knew Shinsuke was going to take the pin, no doubt. But yeah, LA Knight wins. And I think Shinsuke might be leaving WWE soon. But you got LA Knight. Oh, I think LA Knight's going to win Money to Make. I just don't know about the women. So now we got main event time with Fraxium. And this is my first time actually listening to Fraxium's theme song, and it was pretty good, guys. We got Fraxium versus the tag team champions. I was going into this match. Well, hold on. The Street Profits. I was going to this match, did not know who would win. And guys, I actually, halfway through this, I didn't watch it, but I still remember more. I watched half of it. I went to bed, but I still remember half of this match more than some other things I was talking about tonight. But Fraxium, the commentators basically saying Fraxium has been fast. And guys, from Aleister Black, he was like missing like all the dives out to the outside. Just I forgot about that. But Fraxium, I didn't know who would win, but Fraxium and was just jumping out on people and doing this other stuff, and they were fast at it. And then they do this like back kind of on people, and yeah, they're fast and crazy. And then we had this near fall. Fraxium almost won, but Montez Ford steps on his back, breaks the cover, and this was almost it. But then we get Who Invited Candace and DIY. Okay? So they come out, they can run all their gums, but Motor City comes out and everything. Where was Alex Shelley? I think that was his name. Where was he at? But Montez Ford does his cool things. Wait, during their match with Chris Sabin and Tommaso Ciampa. But Montez Ford does this cool dive from the post. It's kind of cool. He gotta stop doing that at some point. I watched this on YouTube, and apparently it was Bray Wyatt's birthday, and I watched this, and Montez Ford's on the post, the turnbuckle, and the lights go out. And it's Wyatt's 6, and apparently it was Bray Wyatt's birthday. But we do see Montez Ford do this cool thing, like cross. He's like, what is it called again? I forget. But then you get Dexter Loomis going up to the top rope and swinging them off. I thought they were released for some reason. And then Who Invited Candace is gonna beat them by Nikki Cross. And that's basically the end. And then we got the new Wyatt 6 with the birthday cake of Bray Wyatt. And then the whole fireflies is out and they blow the candle. And that's it. So see you guys. That was SmackDown review. WWE SmackDown review. See ya. Deuces.